video, we are going to talk about how the biggest cause of a heavy horse is actually the rider. So what I mean by that is that it takes two to pull. When there's any pressure on the rein, the horse is heavy and leaning. And what your instinct is, and the horse's instinct is to pull against each other. So the way that most people ride is that if I give Brian this line, they create pressure by pulling back, and then they drive the horse forward. So they'll lean essentially against the horse like this, and then they'll say that the horse is balanced. But see, we're not really balanced, because if I let go, see how Brian started to fall back? And so when we lean against each other, this isn't true balance. When the horse is heavy and tries to pull against you, it's your instinct to try and pull back. Now, when I did that, I could feel Brian pulling against me. So what you need to try to do is retrain your instinct. So if Brian pulls against me, keep pulling against me.
Don't make me look like a fool.
See how he can't pull against me? And the reason is because I'm not giving him a consistent pressure back for him to pull against. So I will try not to make you look like a fool too much. I'll have you pull against me again. And so I can keep giving to stop him, but I can also vibrate, because I'm never giving him something to consistently pull against. So when we have a heavy horse, one of the ways that we can stop them from pulling is to keep breaking up the tension, because again, if we pull back against each other, it takes two to pull. See, now you can let me go, make me look so... See? There you go, now I look like the fool. After our demo that I just did with Brian, I'm going to show you how these techniques and the effect that it has on the horse, and show you a real world example with the horse. So this horse, her name's Akina, and she's a warm blood mare who's one of our school horses, and we like to use her for a lot of demos about heavy horses because she's built to be very heavy, and people have a hard time with her being heavy when they're riding her. Part of it is due to her past training, and part of it is due to how long she is. We have more detail in another demo that we do with her in Harmony in Hand Part 2 that will be coming out soon, and that we're working on, and that can give you even more information and techniques on how to get a heavy horse to be light. Just like when I was working with Brian, if I give her somewhere to lean, she is gonna be leaning against me. So you see that I'm standing here on a long rein, but as I start to shorten my reins, and especially if I overly shorten them, notice that she starts to fall forward. And so you can see that there's a lot of pressure on the bit right now, but she's the one who's creating that pressure. So I'm gonna, just like I did with Brian, vibrate to break up that pressure. So if I don't give her somewhere to hang on and somewhere to lean against, she can't lean. So if I keep vibrating, she might even back up because she becomes so light. So one of the techniques to get your horse to become light is vibrating. So I can vibrate in an upwards direction and then lower my hand back down to try to see if I can get her to stay light and in a good touch on the rein. The other technique that you can do if you have a heavy horse is drop the connection like I just did there. Because if you don't give the horse a shelf to lean against, they can't lean. So if I constantly keep dropping the connection, that's gonna stop her from having somewhere to brace and be heavy against. Now the easy part when people are learning is dropping the connection. The hard part is picking it back up. So when I pick it back up, I don't pick it back up past the point of touch, as in I don't pick it back up and make it heavy again. I drop and then I pick back up at the point of lightness. I drop and then I pick back up at the point of lightness. So if you feel like you have a heavy horse, it used to really annoy me when my mentor Craig Stevens would say this to me, but it takes two to pull, and when the horse is pulling, that's what's creating heaviness. So try these techniques next time you're riding when you have a heavy horse.